Good morning, children. Welcome back to your second psychology class. I hope you all are fine at home. Be at home, avoid gathering, and take care of yourself. And take full advantage of these digital classes. As you're in 12th, do not waste time and study at home. It's a time to do self-study. So take full advantage of these digital classes. Okay, so we'll start with our second chapter where we have studied about there are two types to understand personality: type approach and trait approach. When we talk about type approach, we examine certain personality according to their broader patterns. Each patterns refer to one type. However, trait approach describes the basic components of a personality. Right, that is, you can say the primary components of a personality. First, we will study about the type approach. When we talk about type approach, there are various theories which help us to understand what is type approach. The first approach to understand type which is given by Hippocrates on page number 30. He said there are 4 types of classification in type approach. First is sanguine, phlegmatic, melancholic, and choleric. Okay, so actually I have prepared rough notes for you where I have given the meaning of everything. So if you want to write down your running notes, you can write, or else I will send that photocopy of my running notes in your group. So you will be able to refer the meaning of everything. Okay, here the sanguine here means social, outgoing, positive, optimistic people. Okay, when we say phlegmatic, it is stable temperature, easygoing, highly conscious, calm. This kind of people are phlegmatic. They are very anxious from inside, but they do not show. When we say melancholic, they are more who are reserved, sad, thoughtful, permissive, pessimistic kind of people. Okay, they are self-reliant, but they are thoughtful. They are very pessimistic, reserved, sad kind of people are melancholic. And choleric is bad temperature, quick to anger, irritable. This kind of characteristics are in choleric. Okay, this is the category which Hippocrates had classified. There was one more theory which we also know in India. We classify people according to Ayurveda. Here we have classified the people into Vat, Pit, Kapha according to their humorous element. That means 3 dosha which is called. That means Sattva gun, Rajas gun and Tamas gun. When we say Satgun, it is more of, truthfulness, cleanliness and all those characteristics. And we say Rajas is more of, envy, more gratification towards the things, desire for gratification of certain things are Rajas type. And Tamas is lazy, depression, all these characteristics comes in Tamas. So we all are the combination of all 3. We have the degrees in which we vary in Sattva, Rajas and Tamas gun. But broadly they are categorized in Ayurveda in 3 categories. And all these guns are present at a different level or different degrees in all of us. Okay, so this is the second type of type approach. The third is which is given by Selden. It is very interesting. Selden has said that he has classified the people on the basis of body build and temperament. He said according to the body build and temperament, there are 3 types in which people can be classified. That is endomorphic, mesomorphic and ectomorphic. Okay, you can refer in the page, on the page number 31 it is given. There are 3, it is written in a bold handwriting. The 3 categories in which we categorize people on the basis of their body building and temperament. So it is ecto endomorphic, mesomorphic, and ectomorphic. Now, endomorphic are people who according to their look, they are fat, round, soft. However, the temperament is very sociable and relaxed. Mesomorphic are very strong, muscular, very strong body build type. However, their temperament is very energetic and courageous. And ectomorphic are basically very thin, fragile, very long kind of people according to their look, but their temperament is they're very artistic, they're introvert and very brainy people according to Selden. After that, Jung has classified people into broadly two categories: introverts and extroverts. Introverts who are less social, who like to stay alone, who are shy, withdraw when they have a social conflict, and extrovert who are very sociable, outgoing, and socially active. Okay. This Jung's theory, we are also going to do in practical, where we will try to understand the degrees of extrovert and introvert in a person. Okay. After that, there is the Friedman and Roseman has given a classification of individual. He said there are two types of individual according to their temperaments and their lifestyle or nature. He said that they are type A and type B. Okay, when we say type A, they are highly motivated, they lack patience, they feel short of time, and they are always in hurry. However, type B are very much opposite to type A. Type A is also people who are very always in hurry, and they lack patience, are generally prone to heart diseases or hypertension problems. And type B are accordingly opposite to that type A. Then Morris has given type C and type D. Type C is very cooperative, they suppress their emotions, negative emotions, and show cooperation towards the authority. And they are unassertive, they have a lot of patience. However, they are prone to cancer. It has been said they are prone to cancer. And type D, these are those people who are always sad and they are prone to depression. Okay, so according to Friedman and Roseman, type A and type B, Morris is given type C, and the latest one is type D. Okay, now another approach, another way in which we categorize people according to their personality is a trait approach. We have already done the type approach. The various theories under type approach is of Hippocrates, Ayurveda in India, Selden, Jung's theory, Friedman and Roseman's theory, and Morris has proposed type C, type D. Okay, so now let's move to trait approach. Trait approach is actually discovering the building blocks of the personality. You can say the primary characteristics of the personality. It's generally find out the degree at which a particular trait varies, and also certain characteristics which are associated to a particular trait. Suppose if I'll say a person is very sociable, then we also say that he must be very cooperative and friendly. So certain traits which are associated with certain things, we categorize them according to that. So first theory in this trait approach we will try to understand is of Alpert theory, Alpert traits theory. According to Alpert, he has divided people into the characteristics into three categories. First is cardinal, central, and secondary. Cardinal is highly generalized opposition characteristics of a person. Like, for example, Gandhiji believes in non-violence. Hitler is famous for his dominance, right? So these kinds of characteristics which are very particular in a personality is considered to be the cardinal. It is a highly generalized position of a person. You are being identified for that particular trait. That is cardinal. When we say central, they are less permissive but still generalized position. Like in interview, you asked, in interview, people ask for certain characteristics of the traits like sincerity, honesty. All these are certain traits which are considered to be the central traits. We all have that, okay? And the last category is a secondary traits. Secondary traits are least generalized. That means I prefer ethnic clothes. I like mango, but probably it might change as per my age or my priority. So these secondary characteristics might vary with the age or trend. Okay, so Elbert has said that we have primarily 3 types of characteristics: cardinal, central, and secondary traits. Okay, the cardinal are the most highly generalized position. That means you are being identified for that particular trait. Central are important but not vary as compared to cardinal, and secondary might vary with the time. Okay, so this is Alpert's traits theory. Now, second type in type approach, in trait approach, is Cattell's theory. Cattell has discovered the personality factor. He has used factor analysis to understand the personality, and he has discovered a theory, or you can say assessment of personality tool, which is called a 16PF, which is widely used among people. He has identified 16 primary traits, and he said there are two type of traits which are interrelating to each other. One is a source trait, second is a surface trait. Source traits are almost the stable and building block of your personality. However, surface traits results out of with the interaction with the source trait. So a personality is a combination of a source trait as well as surface trait. And this assessment tool of Cattell, 16PF, is very much used by people, is popularly used to understand a personality, the various traits of a person. Okay, the next theory is of Ising's theory. Ising has given broadly 2 dimensions to understand a person, which we are going to do it in our practical also. Neuroticism versus emotional stability first, and second is extraversion versus introversion. You can see it in your book also. It is given in a bold handwriting. When we talk about neuroticism versus emotional stability, it is a degree to which people have control over their feelings. Now, there are 2 categories. Neuroticism. You must know the meaning of neuroticism. It is highly neurotic person are anxious, moody, restless, quickly lose their control. And on other extreme, the person is very calm, well maintain his temper, reliable, and remain under control. So when we talk about neurotic person, they are moody, anxious, they are restless, quickly lose their temperament. So there are 2 broader categories, neurotic and emotionally stable. Okay. The second category is extraversion and introversion. The degree to which a person is socially outgoing or socially withdrawn. So sometimes the people who are active, sociable, impulsive are considered to be extroversion. They're very social. They like to be around people. However, introverts are passive, reserved, and they do not like to express their emotion. They are shy. They withdraw from people. They do not like to be the part of a crowd. Okay. Now, Eysenck has also given a third dimension, which is called as psychotism. Psychotism versus sociability, latest. Okay. Here, psychotism here is more egocentric, antisocial type. They are hostile. They do not like to, understand the point of view of people. They are very egocentric and antisocial sometimes. And sociable people are quite sociable. They interact with people. So this is the third category which has been added by Eysenck latest. And these all are the trait approach. We'll understand the psychodynamic approach in our next class. And also you have to read about the 5-factor model of personality, which is given in box 2.2. There are 5 categories of 5 traits of a personality. Just read it out. These are openness to experience, extroversion, agreeableness, neuroticism, and consciousness. Okay, so all these 5 factors, you have to read it. This might also come in boards, like it is in box, so you have to read it. Box 2.2, 5-factor model of personality. Okay, read this at home. I've also made a running notes for you, so I'm sending it in the group. Just go through it. Probably this will help you to understand the content we have discussed today. Also, at the end of this chapter, I'll give you a worksheet also, which will contain all 1 marker, 3 markers, and 6 marker questions. Okay. Thank you for today, children. Be safe at home. Thank you.